This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, hopefully get your day started off on the right note, and get you updated, edumacated, and if you get to smile, there's never a bad thing there either. First sip of coffee. Let's do this. I hint a note of happiness in there. Good morning. All right. Lots to talk about. Man, the tropics are getting busy. Our local forecast is getting busy. All the things. But first, let's look outside, see what's doing right now. A shot in the tourist district, a little bit of haze. Otherwise, it's a nice start to the day. Rise and shine. Let's head over to the Orlando International Airport. See what's doing over this way. Yeah, it's a pretty morning. Head right down the beach line. Get over to Port Canaveral. Ooh, big ships. Love it. Love it. I don't know which one that is on the left. Obviously, that's the... I wonder if they fixed the whale tail on the Carnival ship or if that's just another one. I don't know. I'm not good at keeping track of all this stuff. All right, and then we head up here. Oh, New Smyrna Beach, you are looking beautiful. And then the Kennedy Space Center, checking in. Polaris. Still, you're still there. I know you're going to launch soon, little buddy. You'll get up there soon enough. All right, let's head inland, see what's doing. Downtown Orlando. Pretty morning. Tavares. And is it Freedom is the one that... is Freedom the one that doesn't have the finished corrected whale tail? There's Tavares looking good. And Ocala, last but not least. See what's doing? A little grayer here. That's okay. It's okay. There's a lot of, listen, there's a lot of tropical moisture in play, right? It has been that way. It's going to continue to be that way. Let me find the satellite and radar and check out and see what's doing. Yeah, this front still just doing its thing. Yukon's asking, is Polaris SpaceX surprised they're delaying so long? It's okay. They do well normally. Yeah, I mean, weather has been a significant player in that. The problem is this front is just stuck. And because of that, it has been giving us crummy weather the last couple of days. And not just like over us, but you have to remember when those rockets launch, they launch off the shoreline, and you need good weather for that ascent corridor because God forbid there's an emergency, an abnormality, they have to be able to be recovered and splashed down, and you can't do it in the middle of a big old thunderstorm complex. So that's one of the primary reasons that SpaceX has had their issues. But lots of moisture. Widen the shot out even more, and you can see there's just a ton of moisture out into the Gulf of Mexico, and all of this stuff here is pooling along this front and getting into Central Florida. So, as I live and breathe, as we wake up this morning, checking in on our first warning live Doppler radar, it's fairly quiet, right? I'll put this into motion. Not much doing in our area. But you notice top left corner. Now, a reminder, we have our live radar and we fine-tune this to cover the Central Florida coverage area, which this is about our WESH 2 CW18 coverage area. So we fine tune it to give us the highest resolution data here. So you'll notice, for example, like the radar cuts off here. The radar curvature of the Earth plays in, but also we've got it fine tuned to give us, we don't need to go much further out. And we sacrifice, if we go further out on our radar's sweep, we sacrifice the resolution of data. So there's more rain than that. We just have to tap into the Tampa live radar. So this is the Tampa National Weather Service Doppler radar. And look at what's out there. Like yesterday, big old thunderstorm complex. And all of that little by little is going to be sneaking into our area. Okay, so the forecast then for today, high coverage of rain. And again, we're going with impact weather. It's going to be like yesterday, a bit of an earlier start, but widespread storms will continue through dinner time. So 11 a.m., 30% coverage of showers, mainly out west of town, bubbling up. 12, 1 o'clock, getting more active. 2, 3 o'clock, soaking rains. Continuing through early dinner time, and then little by little thereafter, things will start to taper off, okay? So it's going to be another active day. And like I had mentioned, yes, we are calling today impact weather. 3 to 8 is going to be that time frame, because we've had so much rain and because we are going to continue. This pattern with that old front is still here. So notice Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, watching for the potential of flooding rains around Central Florida, okay? Still good times. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. Let's start off. All right, here's our Futurecast. This is the rapid update version, so this runs every hour. Largely showing the stuff in the Gulf kind of fading as it moves in. I'll bring it full. You don't need to see me. This isn't a discussion right now. We're just in kind of analysis mode. Ooh, look at that. By about 1 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock, we're bubbling up showers along I-95 in Brevard County. So the East Coast sea breeze is getting going. 2, 3, 4 p.m., firing up those storms over the metro area, right? 4 o'clock, widespread rains. 5, 6, widespread rains. Definitely a higher coverage of rain today versus yesterday. Notice by about 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock, getting more active south of town, right? And then 7:30, 8, 9 o'clock, kind of starting to fade and lift to the north. And that's as far as Futurecast rapid update goes. All right. So there you go. There's that. In terms of rainfall totals, where's that button? Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Where is that button? Got too many versions of this. All right. In terms of rainfall totals for today, Futurecast is showing a pretty decent swath of rain. Again, don't focus so much on like the exact spots, but it's showing a pretty decent focus of areas that could see 3 to 5 inches of rain just through today. So yeah, it's going to be an active one. Now, let's take a look at the HER model. If you're unfamiliar and if you've not been watching Coffee Talk for a while, Futurecast is our model. The HER model is one of the kind of the government models, if you will. Everybody has that. This is not one of those like it's exclusive. Showing the rain north and west of town. Entering in around 11, 12 o'clock. Okay, so actually the HER and Futurecast are pretty closely in line there, right? By 2 o'clock, starting to get some of those showers along the East Coast. 3, 4, firing up the storms out east, and then it moves inland. 5, 6 o'clock, storms across the interior. 6:37, heavy stuff around the metro and the interior, and then through 8, 9. Ooh, that's soupy. That's soupy. So timing is going to be a little different on the two different model solutions, but yeah. Cats, tats, and gats. Can your computer program show rainfall totals for the past week? Just curious how much we've gotten. So what we can do, let me dial up our live radar, is we can look at rain estimates. This is going to be a radar product. And what I will do, give me a minute, that's over the last 6 hours time. So let's do you asked for the last week? All right, 168 hours, right? Am I right? Is 168 hours, is that a week? 24, 40, I think. All right, there's a week's worth of rainfall totals. All right, so who has gotten the biggest amounts? Areas in purple, obviously. And again, this is a week, so keep that in mind. But like places near Daytona Beach have gotten 10 inches of rain. Places near the St. Johns River there in Seminole County have gotten 15 inches of rain in a week. Right? This bright white color here out near like Wekiva Springs, 15, 20. Now, there's a week's time. These are not actual sites. What I can do, though, is I can pull up actual sites. Give me a second. All right. So we'll change that out to, bear with me. This is a website that I use to get actual data. And we're going to do historical. We're going to do precipitation. We're going to start Sunday, September 1st. And okay, so this is going to be actual precipitation data. And I'm going to do the bottom is going to be 2 inches. So, all right. So there you go. So these are actual rainfall numbers. We'll even go the bottom 3 inches. So just some of the higher numbers. So like around Daytona Beach, and again, that radar product is Doppler radar. It could have been some hail contamination, something to that effect. But you could see uh, actual data showing 5, 6 inches of rain around Daytona, around DeBerry. Look at that, Orange City, 6.81 inches of rain, right? Around Lake Mary here, 7.39, 7.36 in Winter Spring, 7.35. Around Maitland, 8.64. Look at Orlando. That's at the FAMU College of Law, 9.35 inches of rain over the last week. So yeah, so I mean, we've definitely had some soaking rains over the last couple of days. Time up into Marion County, 6 inches, 7 inches up near, what is that? Near Grassy Pond Recreational Area near Lake Kerr. There you go. So we've had some rain. And this pattern continues, right? Like we've discussed, we showed you that front still just sitting over top of us. And so because of that, because of this repetitive nature of it, right? Expect to see plenty more rain. So the 7-day forecast is going, should be about a 40% coverage of rain right now. We're at like a 60, 70% coverage of rain. I would also add that as of yesterday, our normal high dropped, y'all, from 92 at its peak to 91. It's now at 90. Normal high at 90 degrees. Fall's not that far away, y'all. Fall's not that far away. Dan says you do such a great job. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Cats, tats, and cats. You're the man. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, staying stormy the next couple of days. Now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there is some hint indication on the computer models. Don't hold your breath to anything, but there is some hint indication. Let's just roll the computer model. You see that? Is that a front Saturday? See those grays coming in Saturday? Sunday? Could that be some drier air? I'm not saying it's going to get colder. I'm not saying it's getting colder. But yeah. Pete says good flying weather on the horizon. Dude, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Also, Pete, may need to message you. Um, may need to ask a favor. Nothing too crazy, but I may need to ask a favor. Tiffany, when did you change the photo on your wall? This morning. Yeah. I put it up. Got it printed and put it up. Okay, so this is funny. So this is, I don't know if Coffee Talk impacted this or not, but literally as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, this is so funny. As I'm sitting here talking to you guys, so Cam Tran's in the Weather Center. And I don't know if Cam did this. I'm guessing Cam did this because she popped into Coffee Talk, maybe. Cam put this together. Rainfall over the last week. Literally, we were just talking and Cam put this together. So, Cam, if you're watching, thank you, love. Literally just hit save on that button. So that's hilarious. Love that. Katie, you did it. I was wondering when you were going to get it on the wall. I had to go get it and pick it up. But yeah, it's there. How fun. How fun. Love it. The trifecta is complete. Now, what you don't realize, there's a whole there's a ton of other pictures on the wall, but these are the three that need to be perfect because we get to enjoy them. We get to enjoy them on Coffee Talk. Okay, all right. So that's where we're at locally. Uh, Questions, comments, concerns. Matt says I like the one you picked. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just because you can see my Jay Leno chin on that one. That's one of those like I can the kids I can be like, see Daddy's Jay Leno chin. That was Daddy in that, and it's all thanks to you, Matt. Just saying. And I just told Jeannie the story actually. Um, she's she's like, did you tell me how you ended up with a cool picture like that? And I'm like, let me tell you the story about Matt. And the kindness of Matt. All right. So, to recap, I love that recap. Yeah, to recap, let's see here. The weather pattern is going to be stormy, but by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we may be tracking some lowering rain chances. Give you a few options, and that's the one I'd have picked. Yeah, I feel like I want to blow up the one with Chopper 2 in it and put it up like at in the weather center or something. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, Linda, thank you very much. Michael's asking, Polaris Dawn launch overnight tonight. Yes. Did Cam do that graphic? Otherwise, we can do it together. Did Cam do? I'm just looking, y'all. I don't see it. I don't. She's Cam's in there building graphics though. Tell you that. All right, so we can do Polaris Dawn together. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's pull the space forecast. It says it hasn't been updated in a few days, clearly. Okay. All right. Space. So we don't make this forecast, just so that you know. Oh, well, the 45th has not put it out, so that's why. Awesome. Good job. Well, we can't update it. I could tell, what is it? It's like 3 something in the morning. Oh, son of a gun. I just closed out of my weather computer program. So let's look at this together. We can look at the model data together for it to get an idea. I would suspect that we're probably looking pretty good. I accidentally closed the program, so I got to reload it. Hold on a second. It's loading. It's loading. All right. Cam just tweeted the rain graphic. She's the bomb diggity. Right? Bomb diggity. All right, so let's look at Futurecast for tomorrow morning. All right, so it's 7Z, so 7:30 Zulu. All right, so the concern in that time frame is going to be some clouds, right? Yeah, you can see there's clouds, even a couple of showers in the vicinity. I don't think that the showers are going to be a big concern, but there will be some clouds in the area. Looks like there will be a nice hole if they delay it a little bit. So, we'll see how that plays out. I don't think that it'll be a problem. They've got a nice bit because they're not hitting the International Space Station. It's not an instantaneous window. So, yeah. I think we should be good, at least locally. Now down the line, I'm not. I don't have enough time to go digging around there. Yukon says Cam has the best voice of all the Weshmets. Her voice is so soothing. She should be on the comm app. She does have a sweet voice, doesn't she? I hate my voice, and I don't need you guys. Oh, your voice is great. I'm not looking for that. I don't like listening to mine. Cam though, I feel like it's just lovely. Like read my children a bedtime story, and we'd be good. Yeah, Marquise has the radio voice for sure. He's got some je ne sais quoi to his voice, right? And Tony's Tony. Like, what are you gonna do? Hey. Tony's the guy like you. Hey, you gonna mess with me? Oh, you gonna mess with me? You want to talk? You want to rumble? You don't mess with Tony. All right, let's talk tropics. See how we just go left and right on this thing? Good gravy. All right. Very clearly, things are getting a little more active. Paul says Roofer needs tropical updates. Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go. That's right. I'm gonna go leave some fish in the bed for you. Your voice is tolerable when describing a night's victory. Well, let's get into conference so that we can start talking about actual victories. Okay. All right, so there are 3 areas. I mean, I'll take a dub, but still. 3 areas to watch in the tropics. So let's get right to it. First area down here in the southern Gulf of Mexico. Convection's looking pretty decent with this thing. This is Invest 91. Winds are still low. It's still not looking like a tropical storm or even a tropical depression, but it's on its way to becoming a depression. A high likelihood now of watching tropical formation. Or for the nerds out there, tropical cyclogenesis. All right, high chance of this developing as it kind of lifts up to the north. So we're going to look at the models on this, but just want to give you an idea, okay? This probably will become Francine. Next up on our tour is Hadrosaur Cove. Out to the open Atlantic we go. There is Tropical Wave that has been tagged Invest 92, a medium likelihood of tropical development here. Right? I know, right? Yeah, yeah. That's so funny. Cats, tats, and gats. That escalated quickly. Three areas that aren't low. Yeah. This one has a medium 60% chance of development. And then right behind Invest 92 will be something tagged Invest 93, medium 50% chance of development kind of late in the week. So lots going on. Let's do this. Let's pop up the models and just kind of see where we are. All right, first off, we'll start here in the Gulf. They're just tagged that way, Robin, because in the database, 0 through like 20 should be the named storms. And then the Pacific has its set of numbers. The Atlantic has its. So it's just the 90s. They just run through the 90s for the invests. All right, so let's watch this area here in the Gulf of Mexico. Right in there, models are saying by like tomorrow, 2 p.m., could start to see some development. All right. Rides up the coastline and then goes right in to Louisiana. And according to the GFS, that's a 982 millibar low, 982, 985. So, you know, it's not like a Cat 5, but it's getting stronger for sure. All right. So there you go. That would be a landfall like Wednesday into Thursday. So for timing purposes, the next couple of days probably going to see some tropical development there. After that, we look to the right. There's that next area at about 25 or so north. Little Fujiwara effect perhaps going on. Nothing crazy. And then high pressure builds back in and something popping up. Look at that, right off the coast of the Outer Banks there. What you doing? What you know about that? I know all about that. All right, over to the GFS ensembles. And if you're new to Coffee Talk, we've got 800 plus people watching right now. For those of you that are new, ensembles are a way to look at one computer model like 30 different ways. All right, so in this case, this is the GFS ensemble, and here's all the different ensemble members. Now, instead of looking at it one by one, what we can do is we can actually overlay all of them together, and it kind of gives us just a better look inside. Is the model tightly agreeing, or is there some disagreement? So, for example, we've got pretty tight agreement that there's going to be something forming in the extreme western Gulf of Mexico and probably like a Texas, Louisiana impact around Wednesday, Thursday. Right? So there's that. And then something maybe forming off coast, the East Coast. And then you can see there's a lot of model ensemble plots showing something outside of the Caribbean there on the right side of your screen. So probably going to see that developing. And then after that, yeah, maybe something forming near Cuba or from the east coast of Florida. So that's kind of what the GFS is showing. All right, let's re-rack this, head over to the European model. This is the single run. This is the operational deterministic model. European model, not precipitation, pressure anomaly. Okay. All right, so the European closes the low off by like Wednesday, brings it like right up to the Texas coast, and then goes right in near like Lake Charles. Is that 1,000 millibar? So the European's a little weaker at 999 millibar. Something of a closed low, just not significant. All right, brings it in, works it away. Sloppy low elsewhere. Something off the East Coast. Nothing crazy. Yeah. So there's that, right? There's this thing in the Gulf, and then maybe something out further. Let's look at all of the European ensembles. Definitely tightly agreed with a Texas, Louisiana kind of thing around Wednesday, Thursday. Ensemble members showing something out east. of us and maybe a couple little areas off the southeast coast, but otherwise, thankfully, no big impact. So I think for now, the biggest thing to watch for is going to be this area here, like Texas, Louisiana. That kind of shows the spread on where the ensembles are figuring. So from about Galveston, maybe even a little south of Galveston, back over to Mississippi. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah. All right. But for now, thankfully, no big threats, no big powerful threats, and, you know, no threats to us here in Florida. So that's good. All right. So that's where we're at tropically. 3 areas, none of which are low. Next name up on the list, if I can type it out, I believe is Francine. Yeah. So there you go. Melanie says, I like the quiet. Me too. I don't think we're going to be lasting in the quiet for much longer, but I do like the quiet. Yeah. Coming up on 7 years since Irma. Feels like just yesterday. Irma was when I learned that I was going to be a dad. Literally, the day I moved in to do the hurricane was the day that we found out we were pregnant. So there you go. All right. Any questions about the tropics? Stuff to watch. No big threats to us. That's good. Gordon Gordon has to be a fish storm. It has to be. My allergies are bothering me today. Yep, coming up on the peak of hurricane season, indeed. Can I share your Blue Angel set with a coffee talk? Absolutely, Matt. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And absolutely. Yeah. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Evelyn says Isaac is my son's name. Watch for that one coming. Listen, Francine is my mother's name, and she's feisty. She's a feisty one. Taylor says, I'm just waiting for the ice storm we need to buckle up for. You think we even get there this year? Like, I wonder, man. I mean, probably, but it's just we're off to a bit of a slower start, right? Like climatologically, and I haven't made the graphic, and I'm not going to make the graphic, but I'll at least pull up the data. All right, so in terms of named storms, we've had 5 named storms. The average through today, 7.9. We've had 3 hurricanes. The average through today is 3. Our ace is 55.1. The average ace through today is 53.4. So we are in ace score still slightly above average, but in terms of named storms, we are running like 3 almost behind. Oh my gosh, Mr. Bob says Tony will be a nasty storm. If we get there, bada bing is all I'm going to say. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we will get to the ice storms. Hurricane Center will name a winter cold front a Category 3 hurricane. Yeah, I'm not gonna confirm or deny that. Sandra, I'm in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Tropical storm or low hurricane? It depends on which model you look at. The ensembles are kind of all over the place. I would just say for you, we need to watch this one. All right, Sandra. Don't think it should explode into anything massive, but let's just keep tabs on it, right? That's what we need to do. It's hurricane season after all. That's all. Just keep tabs on it. Pamela, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, any other questions, friends? Questions, comments, concerns? Stormy pattern continues here in Central Florida. Texas, Louisiana needs to watch for a tropical system. Probably will become Francine. Anything else? Is a recon flight up? Look at Cam putting the graphics together. Is there a recon flight? They're at 10,000 feet, so wherever they are. Okay. Oh, and by the way, for the Bucks game later today, since got to talk about it. Kickoffs at 4:25. It's gonna be muggy, but it doesn't look too bad. Yeah. On-air schedule this week. All right, let's look. I don't even know. Stand by. All right, so off Sunday, Monday. Sunrise Tuesday. Noon Thursday, noon and 4 on Friday. There you go. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? We good? Yeah. Let to know Coffee Talk is back. I enjoy it all the time. I don't think I ever went anywhere. Maybe I take like a day off here or there, but I've never really gone anywhere. All right, people. That's all I got. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you. Thank you. Sound good? Sound good? Yeah, Coffee Talk never went anywhere, Maryland, so I don't know. I'm here darn near 7 days a week, and I have been for like what, 7 years? 8 years? I don't even remember. It was Matthew, whenever Matthew was. Should be coming up on 10 years pretty soon. Wasn't that six? Was that 06? It was 16. Was that 16? Something like that. Anyway, my allergies are killing me today. I got to go take a. I used to use Afrin. Oh my God, that stuff is terrible. Stopped a decade ago. Okay, Taylor says 2016. So there you go. We've been doing this for a while. Yukon says you took the cruise week off. I know. And I'm going to take the cruise weekend off too. All right. I'm done. I'm going to go do the family stuff. Thank you. Be the sunshine in someone else.